Tattoo? Tattoo, please.
有限どこにいるの？
So when did you know, that she was the one for you? October 21st, 1975.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
All right. Welcome back to another stream. All right, I'm streaming a little earlier, obviously. And also, I probably won't do a lot of reactions today. You know, something a little different. I'm gonna game a little bit more today. So that's the plan, because I don't have like a lot of videos to react to be honest. But that's okay. This stream will be good anyways. It's still gonna be good, and I'm still gonna have fun. All right. All right. Hold on. Let's pause that. All right. There's my YouTube channel if you want to subscribe. All right. I may need to get on X and react to some clips. I think I bookmarked some tweets. Alright, throwback when CBS announcer Tony Romo used to predict plays throughout the game. The most incredible run we've ever seen by a broadcaster. A shame that Romo was forced to stop predicting every play. Alright, let's take a look.
Back's going to roll right and launch the ball out of bounds. It's going to look weird. Back's going to roll right and launch the ball out of bounds. It's going to look weird.
Rolling right, launching out of bounds, and Tony stealing the.
All right, I need to play it again because I didn't hear him.
Back's going to roll right and launch the ball out of bounds. It's going to look weird.
So he's gonna roll right and then just throw the ball out of bounds.
Rolling right, launching out of bounds, and Tony stealing the signals once again.
Tim, I got $5. This is a run to the left.
I got to pay now as it's Henry stepping out.
Here comes a run to the left.
It's a run to the left.
It is a run to the left.
Oh, how does he know that, man?
Now he's going back left with the run.
Here you go. To the left it is. Richard slipping through tackles.
Got to go back to the Brady sneak or something, don't they? Oh, they're killing it. Usually means a motion and a run out wide to the right.
Here's the handoff into the end zone.
They're going to run this ball. Kansas City's got to sell out.
Here's a handoff to Burkhead. Burkhead pulls ahead and scores.
Dude, how does he know all that, dude? How does he know all that? And why did they tell him to stop predicting plays before it happened? Like, why did they tell him to stop predicting plays? I don't understand.
Scores the touchdown.
Once again, Edelman in the middle of the back's going to.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why just stop? Why was he forced to stop predicting plays? All right, so wild. The Lions star right receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown goes off on the NFL for not letting him pick his nose during a game. He met by a celebration. I seen the first down celebration when the Lions players, I think Jahmyr Gibbs did it too, where they pretend to pick their nose and flick the booger as a first down celebration. I don't know what's so offensive about that.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Really? You can't dig in your nose and flick it? That's crazy.
Why is that bad? I want to know, NFL, why can't I dig in my nose and flick it? Like, there's no way. What is bad about that? Is that disrespectful? I'm confused.
No.
Yeah, what's so bad about that?
But,
is that derogatory?
They're anti-fun. I don't know, man. It's not like you're flicking an actual burger on somebody, but that was a great...
Just flicking, like,
yeah.
Not like, bro, I want to do that all game so bad, bro.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. All right, so Lacey and Marlon find a drunk driver driving on the wrong side of the road.
Fuck, I couldn't see him. He has someone in the... Fuck, I couldn't see him. He has someone in the back. Someone in the back.
Someone in the front too.
There's one person in the front.
Wait, there was someone in the back?
Wait, there was?
Yo, he's like on the other side of the road. What the fuck, gang? And he's speeding up. Is he trying to like? It's like a citizen's arrest.
If there's people in there, then why did they let him drive if he was drunk?
Yo, what if he's like kidnapped somebody or some shit? Do I
Oh,
call
it could be. Yeah, it could be a kidnap.
911 or do I like? Hold on, this red light right here. Hold on, ready. What the fuck? Yo, gang, are you good? You good?
Put his thumbs up.
He's on the
Bro, he's on the wrong side of the road.
Yo.
He's on the wrong side.
Yeah, he's definitely intoxicated.
Go, 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 go.
He's on the wrong side of the road.
Call, go, 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 go. Call. Did I?
What the fuck?
Yo, call it. Call it.
Wait, he's going to the ice rink. Oh, fuck.
No, I'm going.
Man. Yeah, they could have killed someone, man. They could have took someone's life just drunk driving. Man, look at Marley, man. So inspirational for calling it out. Look at Marley, man. So inspirational. All right. The NBA doesn't have this kind of passion. The game is more than just... excuse me. This is more than just a game to them. Yeah, I've seen like a lot of clips, you know, of European basketball fans just jumping around, dude. Like that is just, that's so amazing. Man, American crowds suck compared to this, dude. And, you know, there's been some good atmospheres, you know. It's, for example, like college football. You know, I'm going to put that to the side because college football has a great atmosphere, but NBA fans, the crowd just sucks compared to this. Yeah, it's nowhere near energetic. Nowhere near. I think it would make the NBA even more exciting if the NBA had fans like this. It would make the game more exciting for sure. All right, so this has been going viral. Young Georgia fan refuses to sing Rocky Top at a school concert. Legend. Okay, so I'm assuming this is in some elementary school in Tennessee, I'm assuming. All the kids singing Rocky Top, and he's just shaking his head. He said, nope. He crosses his arms. Hey, he could be a future Georgia player, man. Said nope. He just crosses his arms. Hey, man, shout out to that kid, man. You know, he's supporting his Georgia Bulldogs, man. All right, Marlon and Lacey get threatened by a drunk driver in LA.
Yo! Yo! Are you good? Are you good? Ooh. What's that? Yo.
Wait, what?
On my mother's life. On my mother's life.
He had something in his hand, no?
On my mother's life.
Wait, his friend just
I think he might be making a gun gesture.
opened the door. Hold on.
On my mother's life. On my mother's life. Yo, look at me, Lace. Swear
Nah,
on my
you
mother's
gotta,
life,
you
went
gotta
like this.
drive away, dude. I would drive away immediately.
Swear on everything I love. On everything I love.
friend's-
On everything I love.
Wait, is his friend pissing now?
On
Drive.
Dude, drive.
He's going to the laundromat. Or what's he doing? Careful, this fucking retard's trying to hit you. He's coming here.
He might pull up. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta drive away. You have to drive away if he's making a gun gesture at you like that. But still, look at Marley, man. So inspirational. All right. No, what? Will Muschamp back in coaching. He's a new defensive coordinator for the Texas Longhorns. You know, congrats to him, man. Good for him. All right, let's see if he has something. Nah, he doesn't. All right, let's get on YouTube. Okay, things we need to leave in 2025. Let's go.
2025 comes to a close. It is that time of year again. Last year, I made a video on things that we need to leave in 2024. It's time for 2025. There's a lot of things that happen that I personally believe that we need to leave behind. Like, these things just have to be a 2025 exclusive. 2026 does not need these things. And let's start it off strong with the recent trend, the Starbucks Bear Cup. Now, I really don't know how this got...
Bear Cup?
With the recent trend, the Starbucks Bear Cup.
I've never seen that. I have never seen that at all.
Cup. Now, I really don't know how this got popularity. I mean, every single year there seems to be a new cup or a new water bottle trending. And once the new one drops, there's a new patch update. Everybody moves on to the next one. And it seems like this phenomenon is present with the Starbucks Bear Cup. If you don't know what this thing is, it's a cup that pretty much just looks like the Billy Bee honey containers you would buy in the store. People were like waiting in long lines for these things because I guess the cup was limited edition. And now not only did people wait in long lines for this cup, because I guess the cup was limited edition. And now not only...
Okay, lining up to cop the Starbucks barista mug. 5:15 a.m. 5:15 a.m. Just for a cup.
Did people wait in long lines for this cup?
And they told me there was only going to be 4.
I mean, that's one thing, right? Like, if you genuinely like the cup, whatever. You know, I'm not gonna stop you. But people were dead-ass fighting over this.
Fighting over it? Grown men fighting over a bear cup. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. We got grown men fighting over a bear cup.
Thing and calling corporate or whatever, and I get you want this cup, but bro, this shit is $30. It is not worth it. Well, it was $30 until people started selling it for over
$500. Imagine paying $500 for a cup, for a Starbucks cup. $500.
on eBay. If you got one of these, great, man. You know what? That's great for you. But bro, there is no reason to be crashing out over this thing because a new cup is gonna drop in 2026 anyway. So what is the point? But people have bought this thing for like $1,000, $500. But even though if people don't even really want the product, sometimes they just fall for the hype just because, oh wow, it's trending. And speaking of dumb products, we got possibly the dumbest product that dropped this year, the Apple Pocket. Like, bro, what the fuck is this?
Pocket. I think I've seen that before. The Apple Pocket. And it's $250.
It is a $250 sock for your iPhone. And I guess you're supposed to wear it on your shoulder. I haven't seen a single person wearing this out in public because...
No, I haven't seen it either. Like, I haven't seen anybody wear that in public.
People just realize how stupid it is. Like, nobody is genuinely wearing this shit on their shoulder. I feel like this is how to get finessed 101. Everybody's just gonna see you got the iPhone Pocket and try to snatch your iPhone from you. Apparently, the Apple Pocket was a collab with Apple and Issey Miyake. I don't know if I said that right, but still, point stands. This is a stupid ass product that is not worth $250. iPhones are already $1,000. There's no reason for me to be putting up $250 $250 for a little sock to put my iPhone in. Like, if you bought this, you are literally being scammed. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, you know, at least the Bear Cup, it's usable. You can pour whatever drink you have into it. But this shit genuinely serves no purpose. Like, it's one of the goofiest products I have ever seen. If I actually see people wearing this in 2026, bro, I'm gonna laugh, man. Like, I'm not gonna be able to hold it in. And speaking of dumb purchases, crypto rug pulls. I don't know how people are still falling for this shit, dog. We saw this last year with the Hawk Tua coin, and this year, the 6-7 coin. Who is buying this shit?
6-7 coin. No way people are falling for that.
As we all know, we could not escape the 6-7 meme. But the 6-7 meme became this ironic meme, but I don't know. A lot of people took that shit serious. And of course, after the 6-7 kid went viral, this dude made a cryptocurrency. And this dude was talking about, we're ready to bring 6-7 into crypto. Guys, it's time. And the same bullshit happened as Hawk Tua coin. Immediately when it dropped, people were buying it like crazy. Oh my God, the 6-7 coin. And immediately it tanked. Imagine getting scammed by the 6-7 kid. Like, they really just trust anybody at this point. They're like, yeah, this guy, he's gonna bring my crypto wallet to the moon or whatever the fuck. We're gonna get rich together and we're gonna start the 6-7 family. That's dead ass what he was talking about on Twitter. This meme is not coming into 2026. Every time I accidentally say it like, oh, 6 to 7 times or whatever, I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, it's time to just move on from this. And not only 6-7, but just number memes in general. Like, they're not creative at all. Everybody's just trying to be the next viral number. Like, this shit is just not working, bro. Like, recently there was this dude that went viral for saying 61. I don't know. At this point, they're just forcing it, bro. There's no way the new number meme is going to be created overnight. I've not heard a single soul say 61 or whatever. I mean, the meme's dead already. Like, they're just forcing it at this point. Nobody was looking for a new number meme. Everybody was just dropping them to just try to go viral at this point. People were just saying numbers into a camera and hoping for the best at this point. Now, speaking of TikTok trends, now we have the flip the camera trend on TikTok. Now, I don't think this trend is...
Oh, I think I've seen that. Flip the camera.
Big, to be honest, but basically the trend goes as follows. They would find somebody to make fun of and ask them to record a video. Then they would do some stupid TikTok dance and then flip the camera on them. And the whole point of it was for people in the comments to call this person that was filming chopped or whatever. And at this point, man, like, it's just bottom of the barrel lame. Like, I really don't understand.
That is literally bullying.
Understand why people genuinely thought this trend was so funny. It's ass. It's dog shit. And I think everybody watching this video can agree. They would go up to somebody, I don't know, like in their school or at the grocery store or whatever, and do this trend. And if people are still doing this in 2026, bro, that is just embarrassing because, dog, it is 2026 and we're still doing this bullshit. And obviously people that are in the videos do not want to be posted all over the internet. The Meta glasses recently dropped, and the capabilities of the Meta glasses are insane. It's like you have a phone literally right in front of you. Like, you literally walk around with the phone screen in front of you. And you can also record what's going on in front of you. So, of course, this was going to cause a lot of problems. People would start making content where they would, like, unknowingly record people with Meta glasses. And sometimes
I've
people...
seen it, like, all over TikTok and Instagram. Like, they'll have those Meta glasses, you know, to rizz up women. You know, at the mall, for example, or a college campus. Yep, seen all that.
People would like just go up to somebody and try to like get their number or whatever, and sometimes they'd have some corny ass pickup line to go with it. And since people
the corny
have started
pickup lines as well
to recognize the Meta glasses and when they're recording and whatnot, it's like going up to somebody with a bunch of giant cameras on your head. Like, hey, can I get your number? Like, fuck no, dude. This shit's not gonna work. And they'll try to do this without people knowing, which is just weird as fuck in my opinion. And then in some of these videos, like, people will go up to them and just say some weird ass shit and just straight up harass them. And just like the flip the camera trend, this shit also needs to be left in 2025. And one notable thing from 2025 that I remember was the whole Duolingo thing that happened. Before this whole thing, I've had eras in my life where I tried to learn Italian on Duolingo. I never followed through with it. I would log on for about 2 weeks, and then I would never come back to it. But after seeing these dumbass antics of Duolingo in 2025, it is safe to say that I will not be using it again. This year, they replaced a ton of their employees with AI, or at least they said they did. Most likely, this was probably some kind of marketing stunt to get people mad at them. They made some dumbass apology video where a guy with an owl mask sat down and spoke in like this Darth Vader-ass voice. And this was $1 million company, by the way. Like, there was no reason for them to be doing this. And not only that, already before that, their social media presence cooked their reputation, especially their TikTok. They were killing every single trend.
They're doing the morning routine trend. Yeah, that was that went viral. You know, Ashton Hall. Yeah, he went viral. I think at the beginning of the year, like somewhere around January or February, doing that morning routine trend.
You could think of. Everybody was saying that once Duolingo hopped on the trend, it was over, and we just need to pack up shop. So at this point, after all the antics, we just gotta leave them in 2025. And it was so bad to the point where people who actually really fucked with Duolingo, they were on it all the time, they had like thousands of days on the app or whatever, they uninstalled the app because of all this going on. Now, on the topic of companies, the company Activision genuinely thought they were untouchable, so they decided to drop Black Ops 7. This game just feels so rushed. I mean, they literally dropped it a year after Black Ops 6. At this point, they are just dropping games just for the sake of dropping them. Like, there is a reason GTA 6 is taking so long. Like, I mean, at this point, it's taking too long, but you get what I mean. And when they dropped the trailer, it was probably one of the most disliked videos on YouTube. Nobody was ready for Black Ops 7. At this point, people were saying it was an advertisement for the new Battlefield. And obviously the sales on the game were terrible compared to previous years. So at this point, there's no reason to sit there and drop garbage games, because if they're trash, no one's gonna buy them. You know, Activision thought that this year was gonna be their year, but it wasn't. And we gotta leave that phrase in 2025, bro. No more this year is my year, whatever. This year's gonna be my year. Nobody is perfect, bro. This is not gonna be your year, or whatever the fuck people say. I don't know. Like, sure, it's a great mindset to think to yourself that you're gonna prove a lot about yourself this year, but if you call it your year, you're already setting the bar super high. And sometimes when people say this year is gonna be my year, they don't do anything throughout the course of the year. Like, what happened, bro? I thought it was your year. They genuinely think they're gonna do a 360 and just turn into prime Michael Jordan. But in reality, it takes time to improve things. So setting these super high expectations for yourself is just not gonna be good in the long run. And honestly, there's no point in waiting until the new year.
Yeah, with some goals, it may take longer than a year.
Year begins, like, just start now. That's what I think, at least. I have no good topic transition for this one, but whatever, we gotta leave it behind anyway. Celebrity glaze. Like, it's one thing to say that LeBron is the GOAT of basketball, right? And it's another to say weird ass shit about LeBron. Or sometimes I'll see Patrick Mahomes literally do anything during a game, and the announcers will find a way to say that Patrick Mahomes is so great and he just knew what he was doing when he threw that interception. And it's different when he throws a touchdown, like, wow, that's cool, he made a play, whatever. But how do you do mental gymnastics to try to say that, wow, Patrick Mahomes really knew what he was doing when he turned the ball over on 4th down? Or in some cases, people will treat celebrities like they're...
Yep, alright, who's the most glazed athletes? Okay, so in basketball, we already have LeBron. We all know about LeBron being glazed. Steph Curry's glazed too. Who else is glazed in basketball? That's all I can think of. I mean, well, you could say KD, probably. I don't know. Do people glaze KD? Maybe a little bit. Oh, Shea. I think people glaze Shea too. And then in football, people glaze, well, currently in football, people glaze Pat Mahomes, obviously, especially the commentators. And who else? Pat Mahomes, Shedeur Sanders, definitely. Yeah, people glaze Shedeur Sanders. And Who else is glazed in football? I mean, I'm not going to say Tom Brady because Tom Brady's retired. He's not playing football anymore. Who else is glazed in football? I mean, I can't think of anybody else at the moment. And in European football or soccer or European football, Messi and Ronaldo, obviously they're glazed. And I think that's the only players that are glazed in football, European football or soccer. Yeah, I think that's the only players that are glazed, Messi and Ronaldo.
And he turned the ball over on 4th down. Or in some cases, people will treat celebrities like they're some kind of superhuman, or they'll treat them like gods, but they're just
Yep, of course the other celebrities like actors and musicians, like with musicians, Drake, yeah, he's definitely glazed. I'll say that. Maybe Kendrick's glazed too, maybe. And I would say Taylor Swift is glazed probably as well. A lot of women glaze her. Oh man, who else? What other artist is glazed? That's alive right now. Man, I can't think of anybody else. And for actors, oh man, yeah, I don't know much about actors. Who glazed? Which actor is the most glazed actor? I don't know.
Regular people, bro. Like, it's not that serious. And of course, the biggest thing to come out of 2025 that we're leaving behind, La Boo-Boos. I've seen people...
Oh, La Boo-Boos.
People actually carrying these things around in recent months. In my opinion on them, they're way too expensive and they look creepy as hell. I don't want to get too into it. In my opinion on them,
they look kind of creepy and demonic.
They're way too expensive and they look creepy as hell. I don't want to get too into it because I already talked about it in this video right.
All right, man. W video. That was a good video. All right. Has anybody else uploaded? Nope, not really. All right, before and after fighting Petr Yan. Let's go.
Declaring the winner by TKO and
When Petr Yan became champion in 2020, I thought I had seen the highest level of mixed martial arts possible.
Right when you think he's hurt, you think those leg kicks are hurt, you think he's slowing down a little bit, he's not.
But after UFC 323, I realized I had only seen the first version of it.
This is an opportunity to prove to myself that I am still the top of this division.
Petr Yan grew up in Yekaterinburg, Russia, a place commonly known as the gateway to Siberia, and where people are wired differently, forged in a climate as unforgiving as their mindset. Don't believe it? This is Petr Yan's facial expression when he's happy after a win. This is his face when he's with his family. And this is his face when he's hurting people. Yet, some of his opponents genuinely believe they could get under his skin with trash talk and mental warfare. Spoiler alert, it never actually works. The cold-blooded Russian just stepped in and absolutely dismantled Merab Dvalishvili, a man who had every reason to feel confident at the pre-fight press conference, considering he had already beaten Yan once before.
You are better than this, bro. Stop making excuses, please. Tell me now. You're gonna make excuse when I repeat you again. Tell me now, please. More.
But the former dominant Georgian champion wasn't the first.
I can box too. Not scared, homie.
And he definitely won't be the last.
Let's see whose boxing is good. Who is the best boxer in this division?
Petr Yan proved us that there are levels to this shit. More levels than we even thought. and his opponents had to learn the hard way.
He is a real man. I don't know. He wants to see that dude stand across the octagon. He's the absolute real deal, folks. I mean, wow.
When Uriah Faber called it a career in 2016, it felt like the perfect time to step away. There was nothing left for him to prove. A multiple-time UFC title challenger and former WEC featherweight champion with notable wins over MMA legends like Dominic Cruz and Jens Pulver, that resume speaks for itself. But when he decided to return to the cage after a 3-year layoff, he proved he could still compete with the best. He exceeded expectations by brutalizing Ricky Simón to a 46-second TKO victory, stopping a young prospect riding an 8-fight winning streak. Considering his star power, the California kid was a win or two away from another title shot, and the UFC matchmakers apparently thought pairing him with the young, hungry Petr Yan made perfect sense. The reality of the UFC is that they often feed older veterans to rising contenders so that the up-and-comer can build their name off that legend's reputation. They've always done this.
Why are we going from Simón to Yan? Why you should be fighting?
Yeah.
Like this. Explain to me why we're taking this fight.
Well, I had offers for other fights, guys ranked lower, guys that I feel like were maybe less dangerous. But I'm not in this sport to protect myself or pitter pat around things. I mean, that's not why you get in the sport, and that's not why you go after title belts.
Unfortunately for Uriah, he wasn't fully aware that he was stepping in against arguably the UFC's future best boxer.
I know he's got some boxing pedigree. I've been boxing since I started fighting professionally. That was 2003. So that's 13 years. I can box too.
But during their fight, Uriah was dominated so thoroughly, the judges might as well have clocked out early. By the third round, it became clear that the Russian was in total control, and it became scary when he blasted the veteran back into retirement. After it was over, the American acknowledged that Petr Yan is one of the most dangerous fighters in the division.
He's very tough, but I feel like he's one of the most dangerous guys, period, in the division. I knew that going in, and that's kind of why I wanted to fight, aside from the guys on my team.
What sets Yan apart from the rest is his precision and technique, something Faber felt and understood from the very first round. But by then, it was a point of no return. He knew he was in for a long night.
First round, I left the first round feeling like, okay, I'm faster than this guy, and I felt his power, and I wasn't worried about his power. The difference was it's not about power and it's not about speed. It's about precision and technique, and he's really a master of striking.
Uriah Faber never fought again after this, but for Yan, a win over a legend skyrocketed his popularity, and suddenly, everyone realized the UFC's bantamweight division had a major problem. The Uriah Faber beatdown launched Petr Yan's career to a different level, and before anyone could blink, he was booked to fight for the vacant UFC bantamweight belt. But winning that title was far from a walk in the park. He was matched against the king of Rio himself, Jose Aldo, one of the greatest featherweight champions of all time, who had just recently moved down a weight class in his quest to become a 2-division champ. Up to that point, Aldo was the most well-rounded fighter Yan had ever faced. Crippling kicks, nasty body shots, and takedown defense that felt borderline impenetrable. When asked about Yan, the Brazilian admitted the Russian was a tough fighter, but assured everyone that he had studied him enough to know exactly how to approach the battle.
I know him. He spent some time in Brazil when I was doing my camp for Frankie Edgar. But, this is a different story. And, we're going to go in there and I know what I need to do. I've studied everything that I need to do. And we're going to go in there and fight for the belt.
And he did. The King of Rio went straight to his most lethal weapon, those signature liver shots. But Petr Yan knew exactly what Aldo was hunting for. He definitely had done his homework and came fully prepared with his own weaponry. After a few striking exchanges, Yan began countering Aldo's body attacks with heavy shot upstairs. By the 5th round, the Russian completely took over the show, raining down ruthless ground and pound until the referee finally stepped in to stop the torture.
Stop the fight. Stop the fight. You fuck. Stop the fight. Stop it, you fuck.
Beating Uriah Faber was one thing, but brutalizing Jose Aldo was an achievement on a whole different level. The bantamweight division had a new champion, a boogeyman that your favorite fighter wanted nothing to do with.
Petr Yan, he becomes just the second Russian-born champion in UFC history. A very impressive showing against the legend Jose Aldo.
As for Aldo, the loss hit him so hard that he openly admitted he lost motivation for fighting afterwards.
Já vinha meio que cabisbaixo ali, já pensando, né, o que eu faria já após luta.
Man, beat him so bad that he thought about retiring.
De subir no octógono, fazer grande luta.
But for anyone who thought Aldo was finished, his next 3 fights proved otherwise, dominating new generation talents like Marlon Vera.
Sorry,
Pedro Munoz and Rob Font. Once again, he showed he was far from washed, and at the same time, made you question just how good Petr Yan truly is.
Well, all logic suggested that the Russian would hold on to that belt for a long time.
Destiny had other plans. The illegal knee against Sterling stripped him of the belt in what became one of the most controversial title changes in UFC history. Fortunately, later that same year, he was given a chance to claim the interim title in a bout against Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah, that fight was one of, if not the most skilled MMA fight you'll ever see.
American is known for firing kicks and punches from every angle.
One of the most technical fights you'll ever see.
Delivering one-shot highlight reel finishes on opponents, Marlon Moraes and Frankie Edgar are just 2 of the many who've tasted Corey's sniper precision knockout firsthand. When asked about Yan, Corey gave him credit for being defensively sharp and offensively dangerous, but he also insisted that he'd been preparing for exactly that, and he was ready for whatever came.
I think he does a really good job defending himself, and I definitely think that he's a very powerful offensive threat. You know, we're prepared for that.
No matter how prepared the American felt, though, he was no match for Yan's superior striking. At one point, he nearly got finished, and later admitted he was lucky the fight didn't end right there. He even said it was the first time he'd been hit so hard that his legs betrayed him.
That was the first time that I had actually gotten rocked to the point where my body wasn't listening to me. My legs weren't listening to what my eyes were seeing. So I felt like I would see punches coming and my body just wouldn't get the fuck out of the way.
Sandhagen was brutally honest in the post-fight interview as well, acknowledging that the Russian was simply the better fighter that night.
That was a fighter, man. Oh man, you're a great fighter. He was better tonight, man. I have nothing else to say.
The Aljo loss was a setback for Yan, but dismantling Sandhagen the way he did proved once again that, for the time being, he was still the best bantamweight on the planet. At that point, nobody could have predicted that over the next 2 years, Petr Yan would go on a 3-fight losing streak. From being the boogeyman of the UFC's bantamweight division, the Russian suddenly found himself staring down the possibility of being cut from the organization.
It's okay, I'm a winner today. He lost, and like I said, he should take a lesson today, and he was calling me zero, and now you see what happens. So that's
2 of those losses against Aljo and Sugar Sean were razor-thin split decisions that many believe could have gone Yan's way. But opinions didn't matter.
A couple of years ago, there were we were having conversations on if Petr Yan could get cut or just fight in the ONE FC.
Razor-thin split decisions that many believe could have gone Yan's way, but opinions didn't matter. After falling short against Merab, the general belief was that the Petr Yan hype train had fully derailed. Fans and analysts alike assumed he was done. But Yan was hell-bent on proving everyone wrong, and he aimed to do it against Song Yadong on March 9th, 2024. The Chinese prodigy had been calling out Yan at every opportunity.
Peter, let's end the contract. Tomorrow I'm going back train. I know you want to fight in March. Okay, let's go in March.
His confidence was sky high, so high that he even challenged a Russian to stand toe-to-toe and find out whose boxing was better.
Let's see whose boxing is good, who is the best boxer in this division.
This was the fight where Petr would remind the world that he's one of the toughest competitors in the sport, with the heart of a lion. A month before the event, Yan suffered a groin muscle injury, and in the first round of the fight, he tore his ACL and meniscus, forcing him to completely adjust his strategy on the fly. Despite the injuries and the adversity, Yan pushed through and found a way to defeat the Chinese contender via unanimous decision.
Petr was finally back on track, and we didn't know this at the time, but this fight right here was the beginning of his climb all the way back to the top of the division.
The heavy-handed Russian needed to keep his momentum alive, so he accepted a matchup against former flyweight champion Davison Figueiredo. Since moving up to bantamweight, the Brazilian had been tearing through opponents, racking up 3 straight wins, and many believed he actually looked even better at 135 pounds. But then he was matched up against Petr Yan. This wasn't just a fight to climb the rankings, it was a battle to determine the next potential title challenger. For Davison, a win could have opened the door to becoming a 2-division UFC champion. For Yan, it was a chance to reclaim what was once his, the bantamweight crown. The fight began as a calculated technical exchange and slowly descended into controlled chaos. They played a violent chess match at close range, but the Russian had a slight edge in the exchanges. When the dust settled, victory was awarded to Petr Yan, and after securing another dominant unanimous decision win against Marcus McGee, the UFC matchmakers could no longer ignore Yan's heavy knock on the title door. So they made him an offer he couldn't refuse. When Petr Yan fought Merab for the first time, he helped set a UFC record, 49 takedowns attempts in a single bout. The Georgian displayed overwhelming dominance and left no room for a sequel. Or at least, that's what we all thought. The Russian clawed his way back into title contention and earned a rematch with Merab, this time with the bantamweight belt on the line. But there was a problem. Almost nobody believed Yan had a real chance, and here's why. Since their first encounter, the Georgian powerhouse had only gotten better. He won the title, defended it 3 times, and entered the rematch riding a 14-fight winning streak. He hadn't lost in 7 years.
And it's that wrestling base. I mean, his wrestling is so elite, and then with that cardio, and now the improvements in the striking, and then the submissions. It's like, who's gonna beat this guy?
The general narrative here was simple. Merab had gotten better since their first fights, and nobody, especially not Petr Yan, was stopping his takedowns. Merab just needed this 4th title defense before the end of the year to break some other records. That's it.
I don't think there's anything Petr Yan can do to stop Merab. I think Merab will get it done. I love Petr Yan's style, but Merab's on a different level at the moment. Merab's the guy. I feel like Merab now is on a Corral, so I'll go Merab.
Yeah, I picked Merab too. Like, I thought Merab was going to absolutely maul him again for 5 rounds. Just, I thought the second fight would look similar to the first fight. You know, just a bunch of takedown attempts and, you know, just using his cardio and just absolutely mauling him.
Hold back his feeling either. He made it clear that whenever he fights Yan, it's personal.
Only one guy, if I lost against him, the Petr Yan, I will kill myself.
I remember that clip.
This guy is not good guy. You know, he's not humble.
Before their initial fight, things even got physical during the face-offs. And although Merab's hatred wasn't as intense this time around, the bad blood was still very much alive.
You are better than this, bro. Stop making excuse, please. No excuse. Tell me now. You're gonna make excuse when I repeat you again.
Most believed the Georgian would drown Yan with takedown attempts until the Russian simply broke, but things didn't go according to script. Yan stuffed the majority of Merab's takedown and dominated him in every department of the fight. He even scored more takedowns on Merab, while outstriking him nearly every round. By the end, Merab's face barely resembled his passport photo, and it was clear to everyone watching that the bantamweight division had crowned a new, undisputed king. Petr Yan.
You can have both. You can be extremely high-level technical, and you can still be dominant under chaos. You can still be technical under pressure, and that is the highest level of MMA you can think of. Petr Yan is that. When it's prime Petr Yan, it's the highest level of MMA you will ever see.
He tried to convince us that he had lost only because he wanted to be entertaining, but once a loud, energetic force who yelled and screamed at every opportunity, now quiet, soft-spoken, and acknowledging that he lost to the better man that night.
I tried to give all entertainment fight, good fight, and I lost today. He was better game today, and congratulations to him.
By beating Merab and reclaiming his title, Petr Yan has just thrown a live grenade into the bantamweight division. Suddenly, everything feels fresh again. New air, new stakes, new matchups. A trilogy between Yan and Merab now makes perfect sense. You could also book a rematch of...
Yep, gotta do the rematch. Have to do the trilogy.
One of the most controversial and entertaining scraps in bantamweight history between Yan and O'Malley. Or you could even book a Russia versus Russia super fight with Umar.
The possibilities
haven't
are
thought
endless.
about that.
Or you could even book a Russia versus Russia super fight with Umar.
That would be a fantastic fight. That's a close fight. Piotr Yan versus Umar.
The possibilities are endless, and honestly, I'm salivating just thinking about them right now. Khabib once said a fighter only gets one prime. Yan clearly disagreed, and then went out and proved it by climbing the bantamweight mountain all over again. But it begs the question, was Piotr Yan really in his prime when he first won the belt, if he looks even better now?
And that mistake against Aljo seemed to have unraveled something to where he couldn't get back on track. He's losing multiple in a row. What is going on with this guy? But this year, he seems to have figured it out. He goes on this winning streak. He gets the title shot. That was as good of a performance as you'll ever see from a challenger in a title fight.
It feels like Yan has been fighting forever, like he's already creeping towards 40. But the truth is, he's only 32, with another 7-8 high-level years still in his gas tank. Whether he can replicate the dominance of his predecessor and put together his own 7-year unbeaten run, well, only time will tell.
All right, man. We'll see. We'll see. All right, man. That was a W video. That was a good video. Okay. After I come back, I'll probably watch one more video, and then I'll start playing some video games. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. All right, what's next? What's next? All right. Inside the South's unfair advantage in college football. Let's go.
This video is sponsored by Opera. This map shows every college football national champion in America since 1998. And 20 of those winners came from this particular region.
The South.
For years now, college football's balance of power has leaned toward the South. Whether it's the national champions, the Heisman winners, or the 5-star recruits, they all overwhelmingly come from a stretch of land.
Yeah, we got it all. We got it all. 5-star, like he said, 5-star recruits, Heisman winners, won most of the national championships.
Running from Texas to the Carolinas. That's what you call dominance. And nothing about it should come as a surprise. Because here, college football is on a different level. But why here? Why does one region of America produce more football power than the rest of the country combined? What makes the South so special for it to become a breeding ground for the best college football has to offer? The answer lies in the map itself, in the way geography, culture, and history align perfectly to create football's most powerful ecosystem. Now, that's not to say that collegiate football means less to someone in the Rust Belt or to anyone out west. But in these parts, that brand of the sport dominates the culture, and I'll tell you why that it's the only natural outcome. To understand why the South rules college football, we need to go way back, to when the region was redefining itself after the Civil War. In the late 1800s, after the Confederacy's defeat in the American Civil War, the South was a region rebuilding its identity. Its economy had collapsed, its political influence had faded, and as industry and wealth shifted northward, much of the South was left behind in poverty. So the region began searching for symbols of pride, and that pride was found in colleges. At the time, many Southern universities were small and underfunded compared to their northern counterparts, but they were some of the few institutions still capable of uniting local communities. And when the game of football began spreading from northern campuses, Southern schools took notice. What began as a northern pastime, born out of Ivy League competition, eventually migrated south. Simultaneously, as the sport spread, a network of land-grant universities began shaping higher education across the country. This became an outlet for state pride. I won't go into too much detail about the system, but it's one of the biggest reasons why college football is popular in America. If you do want to learn more about these land-grant universities, I talk about it more in depth in my other video, The Death of College Football in the Northeast, so check that out when you're done here. Over time, these land-grant schools became anchors of civic life, and football became their unifying event. By the early 1900s, football continued to spread across the country. For Southern schools, beating a Northern opponent held symbolic weight when you consider the outcome of the Civil War. It was a way to show that the South could still compete on a national stage. At the time when few other institutions offered that kind of recognition, the sport became a new source of pride and validation. Eventually, rivalries began to take shape, and this transformed college stadiums into battlegrounds of state identity while drawing tens of thousands to small towns that otherwise had very little reason to gather. Suddenly, football became the thread that tied these communities together. Schools like Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Tennessee, and Florida evolved into surrogate national teams. And for the working class families in the relatively poorer South, college football was the most accessible form of big-time sports entertainment since tickets were affordable and campuses were local. Everything about it felt personal. By the mid-20th century, towns across the South moved in step with the football calendar. But that wasn't unique to the area. Fans in the Midwest and the Great Plains lived for Saturdays just as much. What really set the South apart, however, was its geography.
Okay.
The best way to ingrain a sport into a region's culture is to have it be accessible all the time. And that's the key to Southern schools' domination. With the South being, well, south, the region's humid subtropical climate allows football to be played and practiced nearly year-round. While players in northern states spend months indoors due to lower temperatures and heavier precipitation, athletes in Louisiana, Mississippi, and other Bible Belt states have the ability to train outside through the winter and the spring. Think about young kids who fell in love with the sport. There's no off-season when organizing a game with friends or playing catch outside in the yard with family. For those living in unfavorable conditions, it makes it a bit more challenging to get involved. But although geography may hinder people's ability to play the game year-round, many of us still spend time researching it, reading about it, or watching it online. And this brings me to today's sponsor, Opera, which played a huge role in helping me create the video you're watching now.
He's skipping that.
Trays and extend find, tabs, or recent screen photo. Make on what your all of this aspect mode or darkly pause to off day. Now back to the video.
Alright.
So with the extra time the South had with the pigskin, the interest and ability from residents from these states compounded over generations, and the numbers reflect that. No region produces more high school football players per capita than the Deep South. Mississippi leads the nation, with Alabama and Texas close behind, all while states like New York sit near the bottom of the list. The contrast says everything about where football opportunity truly lives. The way these states are laid out can also be seen as a contributing factor. Unlike major population hubs where large plots of land are hard to come by, these states with their smaller towns and abundance of land make it easier to build fields, schools, and training programs near population centers. Local communities could rally behind their own programs without being overshadowed by metropolitan entertainment or professional teams. It gave the South the kind of grassroots infrastructure that constantly fed new talent into the college. It gave the South the kind
Wait, is it? I think that's that stadium in Georgia. I think I think this is a high school stadium in Georgia. I think that cost over $1 million to build.
Grassroots infrastructure that constantly fed new talent into the college system. Combine that with the high school football culture unmatched anywhere else, and the South becomes a factory for developing talent. This means that when it comes time for those players to choose a college, most don't stray very far, because they don't have to. They stay close to home, feeding the SEC and Big 12 with the very athletes the region raised. This creates a self-reinforcing ecosystem, a cycle where weather, culture, and proximity are combined to keep talent close and competition local. And when this region forms its own tight-knit sports culture, it naturally builds rivalries. With the South's compact regional layout, powerhouse programs are condensed within driving distance of one another, giving fans easy access to some of the biggest matchups in the sport. Alabama and Auburn are separated by just 160 miles, Ole Miss and Mississippi State less than 100, and Florida and Georgia fans routinely meet every year in Jacksonville. These are rivalries that live and die in the South's backyard, and it makes a day trip possible for fans of either school. Unlike the NFL, where following a team might require flights or expensive hotel tickets, college football's biggest matchups were always somewhat nearby. And that brings me to the major elephant in the room. Barring a few cities, major professional sports are absent in this region. The Deep South has only a handful of major cities that can claim professional sports franchises. This isn't the clustered metropolitan Northeast or the Rust Belt with its long history of established teams. The region's only primary hubs, New Orleans, Memphis, Atlanta, and Jacksonville, host just 7 franchises across the 4 major leagues, and only 3 of which
because it because the best players, like the best football players are from the South, well, most of them, and they don't have like a lot of professional teams in the Deep South, which is kind of crazy. All we got is the Falcons, Jacksonville, Tampa, New Orleans, and okay, well, actually, that's not. It's not. Hold on, I take that back. It's quite a few.
Which are in the NFL.
Take that back.
Now, we can sit and argue in the comment section about where the borders of the Deep South start and end. And the number of these cities could change based off of these section about where the borders of the
well, in my opinion, I'm from the South, so I can speak on this. So I think the Deep South is South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas, and partially Texas, if that makes sense, and partially Florida, if that makes sense.
Deep South start and end. and the number of these cities could change based off of these loose frontiers. But by and large, this region is desolate when it comes to hubs that could host professional franchises. This population distribution is why it took so long for a pro team to even consider coming in from the north. Atlanta got its AFL team in 1962, New Orleans got the Saints in 67, and the Jaguars appeared in Jacksonville in the mid-90s. Now factor in that Charlotte and Nashville got a team in 95 and 97 respectively. This region and professional football don't have much history together. Meanwhile,
and Tennessee's a part of the Deep South as well, I think. Yeah, I would put Tennessee there as well.
In small towns like Tuscaloosa, Baton Rouge, and Athens, college football rarely had to compete with professional sports or big city entertainment, because it was the entertainment, all on its own. So much so that stadiums here grew to sizes that nearly matched the populations of their host cities. So despite pro football's absence here, the region was doing fine while providing southern hospitality to the sport at the college level. And for the most part, this relationship between the college game and the South has only gotten stronger. By the late 20th century, the foundations the South had built around college football had evolved into measurable dominance. No region benefited more from this than the one defined by the Southeastern Conference, better known simply as the SEC. The SEC's footprint covers the richest talent-producing territory in America. Florida, Georgia, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee is a corridor that produces more elite recruits than the rest of the country combined. Within this belt, the best athletes grow up in the best high school programs that feed into the country's best college system, all while never straying far from home. That proximity gives SEC schools an enormous recruiting advantage. Alabama can fill its roster without crossing the Mason-Dixon line, and Georgia can win national titles with a majority of players from within the state. Population trends have only strengthened this advantage. Over the past few decades, population growth across the Sun Belt has accelerated dramatically. These states have added millions of residents, expanding the pool of potential athletes while fueling economic investment in sports infrastructure. But while these trends favor the South, new challenges do lie ahead for the sport and the region alike. Recently, college football has entered a new era. With the rise of NIL rules and the freedom of the transfer portal, players now have unprecedented mobility and earning power. The question many are asking is, can the money and movement finally tilt the balance of power away from the South? Because all this has certainly shaken up recruitment. Let's talk about NIL. NIL, short for name, image, and likeness, refers to a system that allows college athletes to profit from their personal brand, whether through endorsements, sponsorships, or business deals. It's a major shift from decades of strict amateurism. While the concept sounds straightforward, there's no official record keeping. The value and number of NIL deals aren't public, so it makes it impossible to track who's spending what or how much competitive balance it's influencing. This new landscape has already reshaped recruiting. Instead of luring potential talent by pitching them the school's story and football program, colleges now compete through financial collectives designed to pool donor money for NIL opportunities. Northern powerhouses like Michigan and Ohio State have already embraced this model, combining their academic prestige with deep pockets and massive alumni networks. Even Nick Saban, college football's most successful modern coach, has acknowledged that the South's geographic advantage could soon be changing.
The culture in college football right now with name, image, and likeness has actually maybe hurt the SEC a little bit and helped the schools up north.
Okay.
Because if you're making your decision about money, then these people are going to be more willing to move.
When players can earn substantial income wherever they go.
Yeah, like, to be honest, it has hurt the SEC a little bit in the past couple of years, because in the past couple of years, Big Ten teams have won the national championship. They have won the Natty. And last year, the SEC had a bad year, to be honest, against when it comes to playing against other conferences. They had a bad year last year. They did, unfortunately. And in the North, like teams up north, like Ohio State and Michigan, they were able to to get players to transfer from southern schools. Like, for example, on the screen, Caleb Downs. He used to play for Alabama, and then when Saban retired, he entered the transfer portal and joined the Buckeyes. And now he is one of the best Big Ten one of the best players in the Big Ten right now.
The allure of staying close to home may weaken. Talent today has the ability to become more mobile than ever before. But we can't ignore that geography still matters, maybe more than most realize. Even if financial incentives even out across the country, the South's advantages that took a century to establish has set a natural floor for its success. These major SEC schools and the weight of their brand isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So while NIL money might redistribute individual talent, the foundation remains firm. The same forces that turn the South into college football's heartland, its weather, its community ties, and its cultural devotion, they're not going anywhere. The sport may be evolving, but geography still shapes who rules it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and
Yep. But at the end of the day, SEC still dominates. Still dominates football, college football. The best football players, most NFL talent. It's obvious. Okay. All right. I think it may be time to play some games. Because I don't know what else to watch. Wait, let me go back. I'll probably watch that later. You know, something a little different. Okay. Alright, why not play some Star Wars Battlefront first? Dude, I need to get more games, man. I need to remember to get more games next time, so I can play some more games on stream.
Nicely done.
We're taking the advantage.
Oh, how it didn't take him out.
They're seizing the advantage. Counterattack.
Got him. Oh my. Rocket launcher just to take out one person,
Got
dude.
momentum now. Can't let them keep it up.
Oh, he's coming.
Bravo, Grenazar.
I need to get better with aiming. That's Death Troopers.
Polo, Grenazar.
Oh, I took somebody out. Oh, that's. I think I took out the guy who kept shooting rocket launchers. We're losing. What? He's moving fast. I even see him.
They can't be defeated. We're proving that now.
We are getting... Dude, oh my goodness, man. I'm just getting smoked out here, dude.
Now is our last stand.
Had him. We about to lose anyways. Yep, that's it.
Fall back. I thought we could win this, but they're not so demoralized after all.
Before I make my prediction. Okay, what time is it? 6:50? Maybe like one more game, then I'll move on to either Tekken or college football. Yeah, because I don't want to spend too much time on this game.
Mission objective, destroy all Republic troops in the designated area. Statistics show a successful forecast.
Whoa, there's a lot of them. Oh, man. I got revenge. Karma.
Republic forces are being depleted. Operation in jeopardy. Reevaluate approach.
They didn't see me. They didn't see me.
Win or be deactivated.
source detected. Continue the attack.
Grenade armed. Resetting combat program.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even see that.
Tactics unacceptable. Reinforcements are being depleted.
Resetting combat program.
The advantage is ours.
Let's go.
Terminate the Republic forces.
Well, it was coming.
New enemy detected. Win or be deactivated.
Current status acceptable.
Grenade ready.
Deployment evaluation unacceptable.
Or be deactivated. Clear for grenade.
Right. Okay, we got a 4-kill lead, 4-point lead.
Activating strategic control circuits. Grenade ready.
Got him. All right. He was right in front of me and I didn't even see him. Yeah, it was because of all that smoke. Alright, we should be able to win this.
Unacceptable casualties taken.
Alright, we got the W.
Troops have been neutralized in the area.
Let's go. Let's go.
Alright, I'll be right back. Gotta check on something. Alright, man, let's play a little bit of Tekken. Probably like 2 to 3 fights. Start off playing as Steve.
Steve talks. Kazuya Mishima. Get ready for the next battle.
One of South Carolina's receivers, Brian Rowe, entered the transfer portal. Former 4-star recruit, man. That's tough. Brian Rowe entering the transfer portal.
Battle.
I understand.
Let's go. Round 1. Fight.
Yes, 30 wins. I shouldn't have done that.
Round 2. Fight.
I'm playing terrible.
Round 3. Fight. 今はただ前に進むだけだ。One, two. Round 1. Fight.
Getting cooked by this guy, man.
Round 2. Fight. Bunny.
Oh, how did I not win that round?
Round 3. Fight.
Work right now. I'll pull up with my next stream. Oh, for my next stream. Thank you. I got whooped. I got whooped, man. Wait, you can run it back again? Nah. Okay, so now, since I lost... Oh, okay, that's quick match. Never mind. I think you can only do it on quick match. Ah, 7:12. And the game starts in like an hour. We're gonna go ahead and start playing college football. Before I run out of time. That dude, whoever made that comment, that might be a bot or something. May as well play some Dynasty. Okay, so we got like 2 recruits. Got a couple of recruits in the top 5. Probably won't get much this year. We'll probably do most of our stuff in transfer portal. That would suck if we can't get any players in the transfer portal. I just need to start looking at talent in South Carolina that has us on our list. That's the player that locked us out. Wait, I don't remember putting him on the list. A 5'6" wide receiver, 5'6", 168. My goodness, that is just small. Hopefully he's a gem. Okay, his stats aren't too bad. We already got someone visiting. grades aren't too great. And Ole Miss's uniforms are pretty nice. Like there's a lot of options with Ole Miss uniforms. I think Ole Miss uniforms are just they're pretty underrated. I'm not going to lie, man. Like Ole Miss uniforms are just underrated.
There are no secrets in conference play. They know you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started.
We get the ball
and
first.
The Rebels will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And he hauls it in and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team and they stop him at the 21. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful.
All right, bad play,
with
bad
how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QB.
No! Okay, this is a terrible start.
Make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the two. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Finds a little space. The Rebels offense will take the field for the first time. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
There we go.
Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Skips away from pressure. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. push down for the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Oh, they're after him.
First down, let's go.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top. And
held on to the ball too
just as he
long.
released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started.
I didn't mean to go for it.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Here's the pressure. They got him. It's a sack. And they're dealing with a second and long. They'll leave it with him. Running to Green. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12. And the Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Pulls and fired complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down.
I didn't mean to throw it there, but we got the first down.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs like throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body. And you better look out, college football.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's going to lose a yard.
And
on
Rasul's
that
injured.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Trying to barrel in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him.
All right, we need to score. We need to score.
The football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights.
Touchdown.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And the defense was so close. They had done such a good job up to that point, setting up a fourth down. It looked like they had the QB corralled, but they let him escape. That is going to be a coaching moment for them moving forward.
All right.
Lining up for the point after and the lead.
And we got the lead.
Point puts them on top 10-9. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. Oh, he's got some space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
These situations are preached so much in college football.
Let's run
Finishing
again.
a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, it's make or break time for
All
this
right, let's
defense.
go to the
Now, they
2-minute
gotta
warning.
get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Hard running there. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Takes the easy one to the back. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the 3rd down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good.
Now they got a chance. Why did I kick the field goal? Well, we got the ball back anyways.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
New recruits. Just one? It's fine. Getting a lot of defensive players committing. It's interesting. Oh man, USC took the lead. Clemson's number 3. I gotta check out the rankings. We have had one running back commit to our school. Mid. 80 speed. Oh, it was a bruiser. They're all bruisers. Okay, new 4-star corner. Okay, we're playing Texas A&M. Oh, they're number 2 in the nation. All right, man, this is gonna be a tough one. Browning. Mid. Oh, he has his number 1. If we don't get any recruit, we can, any other running back, then I guess this one will be fine. All right, time to play against A&M.
Anytime there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jacobs. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. And the Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Yeah, we're going to score. We are going to score.
Another 1st down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to surge it in.
Touchdown.
And he takes it in for the score. Well, they started with horrible field position and ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution. Sometimes on the offensive line, physical, skill players may have hands and really should get
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by a field goal over Virginia. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
All right, so we're currently in the playoffs right now.
Offense returns to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Reed. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications
Time to
down
punt.
the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go back to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand. When he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Bringing the heat. Going to try to get it himself.
How did he not get sacked?
Slides to avoid the hit. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Quick toss. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Throws.
Oh, that's an interception.
And it's taken away by the
that was
defense,
stupid.
and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position.
Wait, what happened to Marcel Reed? Did he get injured?
Try to win? No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Caught behind the line. It's Craver. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Owens. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here we go. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Owens.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play. Instead, no gain.
Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. Right down the boulevard. Just making a huge
Oh, this is not good. This is not good.
Big drive for this offense.
We need to get a stop.
Tie the game. They pieced
Well, a
together
couple of stops.
first downs, and here they come again. Now from inside the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Concepcion. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And the
Stop that run.
Stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they will score! Touchdown, Aggie!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a two-point conversion.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Sellers. Pressure coming. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. All knotted up is free football in the forecaster. Can this offense win it here? Under fire. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
And these moments can be tight, man. You start looking at that clock, and that thing's staring at you. So I got to pass, I got to pass. Big fourth down and short. You got to get this first down. So you got to be thinking about that first before you think about the clock.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looking downfield on first down.
Get down to the ground.
Open and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Tackled there by the defense. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go.
He caught it. He dropped it.
The ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight.
All right, man. Let's see if we can get the win here.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Incomplete. The
Going
final
overtime.
play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll give it to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Forced out of the pocket. It's complete to the left. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Now to keep this overtime drive going on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Gets it to him on the screen. He did not make it. A
Didn't make it.
on 3rd down. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
What's he
They'll
doing?
knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage.
What was
and
that?
You start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play. Fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill.
All right,
and
if he
attacked the
misses
running
it,
back.
it's over.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance.
He got it.
It's good, and how about that clutch kick from distance to send us to another overtime?
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job.
First and goal and a touchdown will win it. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is
Yeah, we're going to score.
These
We're going to
fans
score.
raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right.
And we
looking for the
do.
goal line. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these 2 teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.
Okay, no commits. Alright, it's almost 8 o'clock. The game will start soon. Alright, man, I'm going to go ahead and hop off, eat dinner and watch the Seahawks and Rams game. Thank you to everyone who tapped in, even though it was only... Alright, excuse me, hold on. Let me start all over. Thank you to everyone who tapped in, even if it was just 30 seconds. Thank you for tapping in. And have a good night.